What's going on today then, Jack?
Right, you join us back at the unit. We've got the M240 here, and we've already started on a few little bits and bobs, but we're going to move on to the other bits that's in the interior now. So that's going to include the seat backs, some steering wheel stuff, so steering trim and paddle shifters. And we've also put some stickers around the car which look cool, but we're not going to show you.
Yeah, we're not going to show you how to put a sticker on.
Yeah.
But main thing we're going to be tackling today then is steering wheel, paddle shifters.
Yeah, and we're also going to give you a sneak peek under the car because we've not had a little look under it yet. So
yeah, we'd nice to see what it looks like underneath the car.
Have a look at the exhaust, all the diff, all the other bits and bobs.
Because we're having the exhaust done soon, aren't we?
Here they are.
So these are the seat backs we're going to be fitting.
Yeah, so these are TRE pre-preg carbon seat backs. And they are going to literally slot straight over the back of the seats. Here, literally just slots over, sticks
Mate, that
on.
looks so much better.
Yeah.
So what's the best way of installing these, Jack?
So what we're going to do, they are 3M on the back. So we're just going to give this a little wipe down, make sure there's no residue or anything, make sure that this can get a good stick to it. We don't want to put any adhesive promoter or anything on here because we don't know how it's going to react with these plastics. You don't really want to ruin them. We'll just actually use a little bit of glass cleaner because it will help remove any greases or anything like that that's been applied, any waxes and stuff that's been applied to the car without really damaging the plastics either. So remove the backing from these and hope for the best.
Looks like it's made a good seal straight away, to be honest.
Yeah. Fitment's bang on.
No, it looks really good, to be fair. So what have we got to do to change the paddle shifters then?
So all we need to do is take out the airbag, which you pop out using a flathead screwdriver.
So the first thing you need to do before you disconnect the airbag is...
Disconnect the battery.
Disconnect the battery, which...
is under here.
So what you want to do is just pop that negative terminal off. It's a 10mm to undo it. Make sure you tuck that well out of the way as well.
And then the paddles will be screwed in place. So we'll just unscrew them, then unplug them, put the new ones in.
Right, let's give it a go then. How do we go about getting the airbag out?
So
that little indent is what you've got to poke through, and inside that there's going to be a clip that releases the airbag, which Jack's going to demonstrate now. That's one side popped out, and then just repeat the same thing on the other side. There we go. So that is the airbag out. Make sure you unplug the clips in. So when Jack literally just popped the airbag off, I'll just explain to you what you was actually doing when you was poking through the holes. You're pretty much just compressing this little side spring, allowing it to release. So you want to sort of push down like that, either side.
he says.
There we go. And that's the airbag removed. Put that in a safe place because that might blow up in your hand. Yeah.
That's where you want.
So that's the screw you need to undo to release the paddle shifter. You need to grab yourself a T15 Torx bit on a little screwdriver and reach in and pop that out.
You want to be careful not to let the screw fall back into the steering wheel as well. So what I do is keep a pressure on the screw, get a really thin pair of pliers to pick that screw out, because the last thing you want to do is have it fall down the steering trim and have to take the whole steering wheel off. Yeah.
So as you can see, this paddle's all popped out now, it's just on some clips.
It depends on what side you're on, but there's a pin here that you have to release, and it can only go one way. And what the side you need to push is a thin side. Now I've got I think this is a 1mm Allen key, but you can use something like a drawing pin or whatever it is, just something thin that's quite firm. And as you can see on this side, this is the thin end, because on the other end it's like a flat edge. So what you want to do is literally just apply some pressure and that pin will pop out. It's come out there, just put it out the other end. Now there is a really, really tiny spring in here, so ideally you want to have the shifter face into the sky, so that when you unclip it, that spring, which is there, doesn't go flying, because if it does, you're going to struggle to find it in your car.
Yeah.
I actually, just for whilst I'm fitting, I'll just take that spring and set it aside. Cool, so these are the TRE paddle shifters for like the G series BMW, so they fit obviously our G42 2 series, but then they also fit a number of other vehicles like the 3 series, the new M4, new M3, new 4 series, that kind of thing. They are a straight replacement part. Got the accents here in a like silvery white, which will match the car quite nicely, but you can also have them in a red or a blue as well, depending on what build you've gone for. Now we've got the paddle shifter ready, just put the spring back in place, and you need to be a bit careful here. Just trying to get this shifter on. It'd be good if you had 3 hands rather than 2, but we'll make do. And the pin, and obviously remember that because we took this push this pin out from the top, we've got to put it back in from the bottom. So whilst holding that, I'm going to spin this round and put that through there. That's now in place. Shifter back into place, and being as careful as possible again with this screw, because we do not want it to fall. Oh. Get me a set of tweezers, Nathan. Right, take 2. We've now got some freshly glued pliers that I've managed to just find down the back of the sofa somewhere. And going to slot that in there as careful as possible. There we go. And just till it's finger tight. That's that, done.
Smashed it. Just now, repeat the exact same process on the other side. So both paddles are now fitted. Give them a little test to make sure they've got some sort of springiness and they feel like how the OEM ones did. And now we've got to pop the airbag in.
Let's do it. Again, just push it, make sure it clipped it, and then it's just a case of done.
Chuck the battery back in.
See if it all works.
Make sure the horn works.
Also got one final thing to do on here, which is the steering trim cover. So that's going to be a nice simple one. It actually sticks over the top of the silver.
Oh, it's a overlay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's easy then.
Yeah. Let's do that as well.
So what are these parts in?
So this simply goes over here like that. So it covers, this obviously needs to be stuck down, but that goes there, and then that goes
Oh
there.
mate, that looks so much better though. Straight away with the paddles as well.
Matches up nice.
Yeah, that looks lovely.
Your order should come with one of these, which is just a prep. We'll just apply that all the way around here, and that just means that when the adhesive sticks to it, it's going to get a really nice hold. So we've got a bit sporadic on the 3M here, but you can do, as long as you've got enough on it, it'll make sure that all these edges stay stuck down. And yeah, we're just going to start removing the back in.
Yeah, go on.
So now, because this kind of runs down to this edge, you kind of need to bend it in a bit, so just be careful not to crack it though as well. Let's just sort of clip it round, there we go. Get it in place, that side, there. That's it.
Nice one. That bit's done.
That's the tough bit out of the way. And this bottom piece here, the key here is to get that M lined up as good as you possibly can.
So that is the steering wheel all done now. So carbon fibre replacements, carbon fibre paddles, V1.
Yeah.
The V1, we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning, like, this steering wheel trim we know is just an overlay, and this is going to be a nice, quick, easy mod. If you've just picked up the car, this is something you can do straight away without tearing the car to pieces. We do a full replacement interior steering wheel trim, which we're going to put on at some point. We're also going to be doing a replacement wheel. There's a whole load of stuff that we're going to be doing, but this is version 1, and this is something that's nice, cheap, easy, and looks brilliant compared to the silver that comes with the car. Yeah.
Now let's have a look underneath the car.
All right, come on then.
Come on then. Put the battery back on.
Yeah.
And the airbag, make sure the horn works. Yeah, it works. So the car's now up in the air. I've just noticed one thing which is very interesting. It's literally exactly the same exhaust setup as what my Supra's got. So You pretty much got a Supra, bro.
There we go, Supra. So we've got two resonators here.
That'll be the OPF.
Is that the OPF or is it going to be up here? Is that not the OPF here?
No, that is a catalytic converter.
That's a cat, but I thought the OPF's before the cat, no?
No, that's just a flexi pipe.
Oh, fine.
That's a flexi pipe, that's a catalytic converter there.
There you go, I'm learning something.
Yeah, see? Now, these are your OPFs, and this bit here is like on the Supra, that's one of the main restrictions because it actually flattens out.
Right,
So when you,
and that is flat, if you feel it, it is flat.
When you remove that, it's quite a big difference. You can see where the valves are if anyone's interested in seeing what valve it is.
The exhaust stops there, these are just tips.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to unbolt these tips.
Bring some real exhaust out.
Change them, yeah.
That'd be nice. So this is like the four-wheel drive transmission box.
Cool, so yeah, that's a little insight into the underneath of the car. We've learnt a few other little insights as well, which are going to help us sort of build some products that are coming out. We'll probably have someone come down and do some scanning as well and take it to the next level. But yeah, for this video, that's it.
That's it. Stay tuned for more.
Yeah, we'll have a lot more content coming over the next days, actually, days and weeks. So yeah, obviously make sure you're subscribed, like, comment, and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.